the beginning of this year, our dream came true because we got our own camper. But it was not a camper yet. We had to build it ourselves, and that's what we have been doing for 6 months. No, not 6. Yeah, 6 months every weekend, from Friday to Sunday. And yeah, I cannot wait to show you inside. Ta-da! And as you can see already from the outside, is that we have a rooftop. We didn't put the rooftop ourselves because, yeah, no, that was a bit too technical. We also didn't build the couch ourselves because that was not allowed.
So what were you doing for the last 6 months?
That's right. So the couch has seat belts, and if you want to have seat belts, then in the Netherlands you're not allowed to build it yourselves. We did put this nice green fabrics around it, but all the other things we did ourselves. It was challenging. I remember in the beginning I made a planning, you know, this weekend we're going to do this, next weekend that, and I stopped doing that really quickly because everything took longer, so many unexpected things, and wood is destroyed. Worst nightmare happens. The floor is wet. I've watched so many YouTube videos about camper builds and thought we are going to do this like so easy, but no, really, things take time. Everything is you're doing for the first time, so it's not that easy. So let's start with the first thing we built ever in our whole lives, and that is this nice yellow box. This box was kind of the base for everything else, because in this box is our power bank, and it was really important. It was difficult to fit it in a small camper because a power bank is really big, like the big power banks. And this box can open from the it can open from the front because here's the fan of the power bank. You know, it needs some air sometimes. Put this back. And it's also really handy that if you have to charge stuff, you can just put your cable around here and put it here.
Now let's see how long it takes Mira to put it back in.
Honestly, like this whole section is Adi's dream world. He is doing all this. He is in there for almost half an hour a day. Wait, there's a fix for it. Yeah.
It's not. It's so tilted.
It's not right. It's right.
2 hours later. No, it's not.
It's still not good?
No.
So.
Oh yeah, now it's good.
Now it's good, right?
Yeah.
We can also just open it from here and you can ride it out, the whole power bank. And now at the moment we are traveling, we are doing our Europe road trip for 3 weeks. But if we are not traveling, we take it out because it's just super heavy and yeah, it's a bit weird to leave it in the car if you're not using it. On top of this yellow box, we have our old kitchen. And as you can see, you don't see nothing. You don't see the gas stove, you don't see the sink because it's all hidden. And it turned out to be the best idea ever because this whole kitchen top is really amazing to put all your stuff in the evenings. We'll show you that later. Dutch law says that every camper needs a living area with a sink and a gas stove. So in the Netherlands, our gas stove is fixed in here and our sink as well. Now we are traveling, they all move to the back because we have a sliding kitchen, outdoor sliding kitchen in the back. Because yeah, it's just so small here, you know, it's not really the best to cook inside the camper, I think. But we do store other things there. First this one, the most special. This is actually at the moment our toilet. You slide it out. Normally the sink is here. That's also really handy. You can just toothbrush and stuff and then just push it back. But now we swapped it up. We have the same kind of box for our sink and the same for the toilet. And they have like 2 fixed places, but we can switch them from back to forth. It is fixed here and in the evenings we use it. And yeah, in the Netherlands the sink is always here. And if we don't want to use it, we just slide it back. And here we have our, now we got all our lights here and yeah, I got some personal stuff here. But normally the gas stove is fixed here. We have a really cool gas stove. Really recommend that one. Here we also have a little wardrobe. My legs a bit on the side. And there is our toilet paper. Did I already tell you we have 2 sliding doors? No, this is also a sliding door. So all these things you can also access from the back. And that is really amazing because as you can see, this is quite difficult to access. And yeah, in the back it's just really easy to put everything. One tip for everyone who's going to build their own camper. Avoid sharp corners or sharp elements in your camper because especially if you're a small one, you are like kind of living around each other. So if you hit yourself somewhere, you don't want to have a cut. we do have. Actually, I have some cuts and blue bruises on my legs because you do hit all the time. But if you can, always make like round corners. This is, and I'm pointing out here, but this is the only part which I'm not really proud of. This is one of the first things we built. And we didn't know yet that we could do more. That's a bit of the thing. If you're building your camper, you do everything for the first time. And then you think, oh, if I had to do this for the second time, it would have gone so much better and prettier. But yeah, that's how it is. And sometimes you just do it for the second or third time and then it gets perfect. And now I was looking at this, I also saw these. We have this golden little hooks, magnet. And they are really amazing. We use them a lot to hang our towels or jackets. You can just stick them everywhere and you can hang a lot of stuff. One of the reasons why we really wanted to build our own camper is because of this. I don't know if you noticed, but like we use a lot of warm colors like yellow, green, and it's just a cozy feeling inside this camper. And I think a lot of ready-done campers, they're ugly. They are really like depressing if I come inside. I always use this gray color, and yeah, I have never seen a really pretty ready-done camper. And it's also just really fun to build it yourselves. And for example, this bamboo top, that was really not necessary. We just took it because it was pretty. There was like a perfect fine top here. It was gray. I didn't like it at all. And I want to have something there. And it was a real big search to find something that we can put on this. But in the end, we found a bamboo home screen. It's just this, separators. And we cut it up. And we sticked it and it stays perfect. We didn't expect that. We thought it would maybe fall or so, but yeah, it turns out really well. And we also did it on the sides. Yeah, you don't really see it now anymore, but these sides, they were so ugly. They were all like loose and sharp things because of the rooftop. And we made this to cover it.
With also a lot of wires.
Yeah, a lot of wires. And it was difficult, this one. We really had to think, like, how do we attach it? Yeah, it's really hard to explain now, but it was difficult. But it turns out really nice. And under this couch, you'll see a wooden plate. And this plate is actually the inside table. We have two tables, one for outside and one for inside. And you can just slide it out.
It's also my department.
Huh? Why is it not always going so easy? Now this is good because of course it has to stay there when we're driving. So we got the Lagun table. It's really famous. Like you can swivel it all the ways, and the stand is kind of holding it tight. You know, we put that one on the back, so it's not moving at all. We just had it once that it came loose a little bit while driving. So this table, this is an example we have really sharp corners. I think we should have made it round. Why we didn't do that? Oh, it was already cut. We got this wood already cut in the size. So this table we can put here. There's a hole. And it's really amazing. Like we can swipe it all around.
Mira makes everything look so difficult.
No, it's not. But we can put it outside. There's an outside bar. We can even make it double the size.
It's the other way.
And then we have to swipe it a good way. So, we can make it like this. We have a little support here, otherwise it will hang. And then we have a really big table. So the table is 80 wide and 30 deep. But if you open it, it's of course 60 deep, even a little bit more because there's a gap. And we did use it a lot to eat inside. Then we just have it like this, or no, the other way around. Like this, and then we have our food here, and it works really well. Adi wants to show you how easy the tables actually is. So
you really just have to take this out, and we have a side, so this side goes like this. And this gap clamps between the base of the seat here. So it's really stuck here, and that also covers up this little gap what we have.
You also have to show the table stand.
And the table stand, it was actually Mira's father's idea. That there are, you see these holes? There were actually pre-drilled holes here and here. So what we did was we did the same hole in this piece of wood. So now this piece of wood is attached to the van, to the structure of the van, and then we attached the Lagun base here, and now it's crazy sturdy. super, super sturdy.
Talking about stability and the great ideas of my father, he helped us a lot with building. And like we were more fun, oh, I want this, and he was like, okay, but then you have to think of this and this. And he thought it was a must to have a pole from the floor to the top, like an, yeah, how do you call it?
Like a wooden frame.
A wooden frame, like this thing. Everything is attached to this. So because it's attached to like the top, it's not going like this. Yeah, it's crazy sturdy, everything, or kitchen. It's not moving at all. Impossible. So it works really well. I've never seen that in any other build. So maybe a tip to also think of that. It was not the most pretty, so I stuck this on it. And I was hoping to put all the flags from all the countries which we visit here. Turned out that these flags are not easy to find. So I just have this one now. And you might be thinking, what are these pillows? But this is a pillowcase, and inside is a lot of our clothes. All of our winter clothes is in here. We have more clothes. I will show you that later. It's in the back. But it is a tip. If you have to store a lot of clothes and you want to make it a bit organized, just put it in a pillowcase. From our grand living room, let's show you the back, because that is also pretty great. We are super lucky with this campsite. We are staying at Lake Orta in Italy, and as you can see, we have this beautiful view. It's a bit cloudy, but still amazing. So this is our back. As you can see, we have still a sign here. I wanted to take it off already the first day, but it's not possible. So it just stays there, it's fine. But if you open it, should I open it all the way?
Yeah.
Really, we have so much storage space in this van. I think I've never seen any small van with this much storage. It's also because this couch was really smart how they built it. So we have one basket for all of our food stuff. And mostly I just put it here when we start cooking. We have one basket for shoes. I really recommend this because like shoes, they might get stinky. So if we're arriving somewhere, we just put them outside to give them some air. We have one big basket with all kind of stuff which you need if you're camping. There's a lot of stuff. And this is not everything yet, because I'm not going to take that out. But there, all the way in the end, there are two really big backpacks. They are like huge. They are multi-day hiking bags. That's the only ones we have, and it did fit, so that's really amazing. But if we took normal, smaller ones, then I think we could fit one more of these crates. And I must be honest, this is the first time that we really go for long. We did take some stuff which I wouldn't take the next time, and that will save out even more space. On this side we also have storage. We have our camping chairs here. There, too. They're really long. And in this bag are our pillows and some other like bed stuff. I will show you later how we sleep in this car. It's really handy to just have it in a bag so that if you arrive somewhere you can just throw it out and it's out of your way. What are we showing now? The sliding kitchen? And now we will show you our big pride. This one is a 140 centimeter long sliding kitchen. Ta-da! And it's even bigger. If you think, wow, that's a lot of tabletop, you can even make it bigger. So all this we can use to cook. And what I told you before, we have the sink here now instead of the toilet, because when I'm cooking, I can use it. I will show you. So the sink, you just pump a little bit and then the water comes. And it's really handy. It's really amazing. Oh, the thing is not open. So. And then when you have to slide it in, you can just make it flat again. So, and then you can slide it in. Under the kitchen we also have a lot of storage space. We have two of these plastic baskets. One of the baskets is full of our coffee and tea stuff. Another one is just all kind of random stuff. Sometimes there's some food or there's some clothes. Next to it we have our gas stove. I will show you. I really love this one. We have this one pit gas stove from Primus, really amazing. We will make a separate video about all the camping gear we have, our power bank or all the stuff you can think of, and why we choose them and why we think they are amazing. One of them is these. So that we can put here. There's this. This connects of course to the gas bottles. I will show you that later. So the gas bottles here, and then I have all this place to put my food, to cook, to put the plates. Really amazing. We have one basket with all the cutlery. We didn't take too much, like just 2 knives, 2 forks, and that's really fine. So we'll just put it here for now. And we have one basket with the plates and the cups. And this is our chopping board. I'll just put it back for now. And this couch you can also put other way up. And it would stay there, so now you can actually see how much storage space we have. And how we created so much storage space is also because we have this pipe here. Normally there were stands coming out from the couch, but these stands were like here and there, and they were blocking the entranceway for all the boxes. So instead of that, we made this pipe, and that took, it was a really good investment. It was a golden pipe, so it was a bit expensive, but really happy about this one. And we made it really sturdy with wood connected to the floor. It's this one, and behind there it's behind the wall, and it's really perfect. And under this curtain, if you just take it out, it's easier maybe. And here you can see our camping table, or bamboo camping table. It's really the exact same size as this wardrobe, and we didn't know. It was just a coincidence. So we make it tight with this rope here. And behind that we have all our sleeping bags, and that's a lot because it gets really cold in the evenings. And this one can hold it a bit. We actually notice now that we can put so much more stuff here. I think like 2 proper winter jackets extra. It's completely empty. And now show you this wardrobe. It's also my little pride because I really wanted to have these shapes, and I think it adds something. In these are a lot of more clothes. If you open it, you see 2 bags. This is just a bit of a mess. I don't know. You always have this stuff, which you just have to put somewhere that we use for this. But in these bags, there's also a lot of our clothes. And like one problem you might notice is that this one we cannot open if it's in the couch mode, because it's just blocked by the couch. So what we thought, if you just use 2 bags, you can just easily take that one out and take mine out. And in these bags we have a lot of our clothes, and really it's amazing because in the evening, what I told before, we can put these bags on the kitchen top. So like when you really need to access in the evening, in the morning, we can just put it there. So it's super easy to access. And then inside these are just empty in the evenings. That's really handy. And we can also just super easy put them back. This one is really heavy. Oh. And we close the door. And it's all tidy again. You have to slide it with a bit of power, otherwise it won't get stuck. They are heavy duty sliders, and of course you need them. They are not the cheapest, but it turned out to be amazing, this kitchen. Otherwise you always have to build something, and now you can just slide it out, put a stove and make your coffee. And these heavy duty sliders also have a lock. You just click them down to open it. And if you push it back, it locks again. Otherwise you have a big problem. If you're driving and you brake, then the whole kitchen comes out. Works perfect. Now it's time to put everything in. This is IKEA. The other box is also IKEA. We have a mixture of IKEA and Temu stuff. The kitchen, if they not stink anymore, just go back here. Close the door, because the tour is not finished yet. We still have to show you how do we sleep in this van, and also I want to show you the backside of the kitchen. One thing we forgot, and what is really, really amazing about this rooftop, is that we can have a lot of space here. Not at the moment, because this is still down, but you can put this whole section up, and Adi is going to show you how.
So the first step is to put this mattress down. You can, and then put this mattress back up here. Oh, you see we are hitting everywhere. So now we can just stand. And when we are just standing still, we have a lot of storage up here. So we can put our camera bag or pillows, bed sheets, everything, we can just leave it here. And we can also open these windows so they also act as a source of light.
We do sleep separate. Adi is sleeping upstairs and I'm sleeping downstairs. That is really just because it's super comfortable. We both have a crazy amount of space to sleep. It would be possible to both sleep downstairs or both sleep upstairs. I think it's both 120 wide yeah, 120, 190. But yeah, if you can sleep with all the space, then you do it right. And I sleep downstairs because I have to go to the toilet in the evenings, and it's a bit more handy. But now I will show you how do I sleep here. First of all, you have to get rid of all the stuff that you put here. And now we'll make it into a bed. It goes really easy. Put this down. You push this one until you hear a click, click, and then it's a bed. I don't sleep on this. We always put this white cover, just because it's a bit more hygienic. So put it in the corners. And I thought I would be really frustrated putting this every day, but it doesn't even take a minute. It's really fine. Just put it nice in all the corners. And as you can see, it's super spacious. Every evening we are watching a movie inside, and then we're just both sitting here with our pillows like this. I'm here and Adi there with a movie with her laptop here, and it's really cozy. We put all fairy tale lights. It's really the best. So nice. Back is a bit in the way, so let's put it up. Obviously Adi also has to make his bed in a bit. And then in the evening when I made my bed, then I just take these bags out and put them here. Adi's, mine. And then we can just access everything. And I really think it really makes me happy every day again that it works out so perfect. Because I was really afraid with a small fan that you would be surrounded by mess all the time. And I do think when people look inside, they think, oh, it's a bit messy. But it's not. It's really organized. And yeah, everything is just, it works out perfect. It was just one thing until now, which I think we will build as soon as we are home again. And that is just a cup holder. Because in the evenings we are watching a movie here. And then we have our drink, but it's not, we cannot really put it somewhere. So we were thinking to put one cup holder here and one cup holder there, or just like a little table. And then, it's perfect. I think nothing else we would change.
And now I have to make my bed on the first floor. So climbing upstairs is a bit of a, you need to be a bit more flexible. Because yeah, we don't have stair, we have a small camper. So I just bring it front here, just make the bed. And what I usually do is that I leave the bed sheet on the mattress and then close the tent, because why not? Because otherwise I would have to make the bed every evening. And here I put my pillow. Earlier I was sleeping on the other side because I was a bit afraid that my pillow would fall out. So every time I would just change position, I would just hit the top because it goes a bit lower on the other side. But here what I did was I got this net from Amazon and I can just clip it like this. So now a lot of times my pillow falls out and it just stays there. So then I just pick it up in my sleep and then I bring it back. But then it falls again like this, I pick it up again. So yeah, this is where I sleep, and upstairs is also 120 by 190 centimeters. So it's really, really comfortable to sleep in. And we both are 180, so that's really fine for us to sleep here. So yeah, that was the first floor. So let's go back to the ground floor. When I wake up, you have to, be a bit more flexible to come down. So I just step on here.
Use the sides of the chair.
This?
Yeah, a bit like the top or so.
Yeah, but if I can just come down like that,
fine.
but I'm also a bit afraid that if I put my leg here, it's gonna break. And now let's show you some of the electrical parts, because there's a whole another world here. Yeah, and Mira's baby wipes falls out. So Mira, all her toiletries are here. So every time I'm opening the door, something falls out. And this wooden frame, what Mira was talking about, it also came really handy when I tied the power bank with this strap and with the wooden frame, because the power bank is 28 kilos and it's on a sliding base. So every time if I'm turning the car like this, it can just slide outside. And now if we drive, if we're going in crazy hills, this is strapped so tight that it wouldn't move. And we also left a big hole in this box, to let the air out. This is a lot of wire. So this wire is going to our fridge, which is charging through the power bank, and the fridge sits here. So the fridge is here when we have parked the car, so because nobody's sitting on the driver's seat. So you can just take it out, close it, and it's being charged by 12-volt DC adapter. Oh, that's the fridge. And Mira's father, because I'm not an electricity genius, he also made 4 electricity AC outlets here, and he can put an electricity plug from outside in the camper, when you're at a camping spot, and you can also have 4 AC outlets from the electricity from the camping site. But our power bank is so good that we can literally last for 4 to 5 days without needing electricity from the camper, because everywhere you camp in Europe, I don't know about other continents or other countries, everywhere you camp you have to pay 5 or 6 extra euros to use the electricity, but we use every 5 days, so that's really handy. And we have a diesel heater here, and this diesel heater can be of course powered by the power bank as well. So that was the diesel heater, and here is a gas bun. Now here we have a lot of cooking gas, and we have sealed it. You can see we have sealed it here. We have put a lot of seal on the corners. So even if this gas is leaking, and if it's closed like this, then we are not going to die basically when we are sleeping. Oh yeah, so even if this gas leaks, it goes through the car outside, so the gas wouldn't go in the van when we are sleeping. So yeah, in one of our videos we also showed how we drilled a hole through the gas bun outside the car. So if something is leaking, it just goes straight outside. And of course we have more storage here. We can also put a lot of things on the diesel heater. I see Mira's hair dryer here, and we have storage here, there, and that's our sink or toilet. So yeah.
So that was our Renault Traffic camper van tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. And again, we're going to make a different video about the fridge and the power bank, which brand they are and why do we love it so much. And I hope I will see you in the next one. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments.